Just now you mentioned that you had a very good evening, that the crowd was, the delegates were very responsive last night.
The way they've been acting, especially statements lately, and in particular.
They, as in the famous.
Yes,
trio.
they, you know who they are. So therefore, I felt that I have to set the record straight. And I did it in a very professional way, in a very factual way, okay? And I even used some infographics on the screen to show this, what I'm saying, that, my 6 years since 2009, what were some of the highlights in terms of my achievements, in terms of GDP increase, in terms of FDI, records FDIs during my 5 years, way above what has been done in the past. And in the Bursa, from 800 went up to 1,700. And World Economic Forum has ranked Malaysia 18th most competitive country in the world. And people flock to Malaysia. I said some of the Rohingyas, when they come, they kiss the soil, Malaysian soil. That's how much they value our country. So we cannot be a pengemis, as I said. We cannot be a failed state if people, look up to Malaysia in such a way. You see.
Was that a remark made in Kampong Baru that we will be a beggar state? Did it really upset you? Did it hurt you?
It accepted everybody. It affected all of UMNO. Because you don't forget, whatever I'm doing as president of UMNO, it is based on what the delegates, the mandate the delegates give me. And I always believe, also, although I'm the Prime Minister, it's a collective leadership, cabinet, we have the Supreme Council, we all discuss policy matters. So it is a collective decision. And when it comes to implementing things, I'm not only one. There are ministers implementing. And I said there are ministers, like for example, you talk about FDIs. I know Mustafa Mohamad has been going around working hard to get foreign direct investment. MIDA has been doing it, and the state governments also been doing it. Everybody plays their part. So not to say that we are a beggar in our own country, it's tantamount to saying that, it's a slap to the face of everybody. The entire UMNO felt insulted by it,
Yeah. Okay, compared to a few months back, people sort of like wrote you off. Now you've become stronger, but your opponents have said you have managed to become stronger because their delegates have been, or rather division chiefs have been paid off.
No, that's why they were very upset. You see, Tun Mahathir was interviewed by the police, not because he attended Bersih 4, but because he made the allegation that divisional heads received 1 million and so forth. So they were upset. So they made police reports. There were many police reports. And when the police reports came in, police are obliged to ask him. And of course, he refused to answer most of the questions because he didn't have evidence, you see. Just like when people ask about the 42 billion, they say, do you have evidence? I say, no, I don't have evidence. So if you don't have evidence, how can you make allegations, you see? It results in a reputational damage to one MDB and to the country, you see.
Doctor, what about your deputy last night? I heard you also explained what happened. Yeah. How did it go down with them?
I think they understood that the key to UMNO, one of the keys to UMNO is the relationship between the president and the party and the deputy president. And for the country, it's the Prime Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister. That is a key. And I explained to them why it's important.
You think the repercussions were in Johor, that you can control it?
I think Johor delegates understand. They understand. Of course, I also appreciate some of the state sentiments. Of course, that's to be expected. But I think they understand in the scheme of things. It's not about Johor, it's more about the personality concern. And
the empty seat beside you last night, how was that?
Well, I mean, it was there. We prepared the seat for him. He chose. Actually, he was there earlier.
Oh.
Yeah, he was there earlier, shaking hands with the delegates. Eventually, I think he left. I don't know why he left.
Oh, it's getting very personal.
Maybe he felt uncomfortable. I don't know.
Personally, most of the UMNO leaders have felt that he has crossed the line. Do you personally like he has crossed the line?
Well, let the MT decide. I don't want to jump the gun.
All those rumours that Tan Sri Muhyiddin will be sacked and all that, what do we make of that?
Well, it's up to MT to decide, because they are what they call discipline party. Every party has rules relating to discipline and ethics relating to discipline, and it's all based on the constitution of UMNO. Everybody is bound by the constitution of UMNO, including the president of the party. You see, I don't decide things unless it's based on what's ever been prescribed by the constitution.
Datuk, I'm so intrigued by the notion that tomorrow, you will finally come face to face with your, Tun Mahathir.
My nemesis, or whatever you like to call it.
You have to be specific.
My fiercest critic.
Two will be on stage with you, and one will be down there.
Yes.
Different that he's from stage.
Yeah. What is it going to be like for you?
I don't know. It'll be quite interesting. I think I've never experienced it before, but it's okay. It's one of those things. You learn. You go through it. It's part of life's experience.
Will it be the first time two of you are kind of coming face to face after those months of attack and hammering?
I think so. I don't think I've come across him, in any public function or anything. Yeah.
You look very cool and relaxed now. Are you going to be the same way tomorrow morning?
I don't know. I hope so. I ought to be. I think.
Actually, she brought an interesting point, which a lot of people in corporate circle have been saying, that the past 1 year has been very tough. Tough is another understatement. How do you actually have managed to remain really so calm and cool?
Because I believe in whatever I've done and what I'm doing, because I think my conscience is clear. So I just want to and I think eventually the record will be put right. And I'm focused on doing what I can for Malaysia and for the party. That's my responsibility.
Do you felt that the past 1 year we have lost a lot of time, that we need to catch up in 2016?
Yes, a lot of bickering, unnecessary time, a lot of energy wasted there. It's unfortunate, but it's not the kind of the worst episode in UMNO's history. I mean, we've had probably worse times before. Team A, Team B. We had UMNO being declared illegal. We had Anwar problem. Those Anwar's problem was bigger. The gathering, Club Sultan Sulaiman, doesn't compare with Anwar's gathering by any stretch of imagination. Yet, we overcame all those challenges. So the question is, UMNO is a resilient party, you see. UMNO has the inner strength. UMNO has been able to overcome a lot of difficulties and challenges in the past.
The much talk about trust deficit. Do you think that UMNO and Barisan would really need to work on over the strongly?
Yes, certainly. I mean, I'm aware of it. And I think, of course, as I said, these issues have been exploited, made it worse. And the advent of social media, of course, a lot of it, is a question of perception. It's a war of perception. A lot of it is half-truth, So, but we have to deal with it. You cannot, clamp down on social media. You cannot even censor social media. You just have to accept the fact that the level of scrutiny now is much higher than ever before. Previous leaders never had to face this, and that was a lot easier in those days. But now the standard and the burden is much higher for any politician, not only in Malaysia but anywhere in the world.
Datuk, your speech tomorrow, is it all done?
Almost, yeah, except...
Still almost?
Yeah.
Isn't it printed already?
Not yet.
We were hoping to get a copy.
No way. Not even Supreme Council members see it.
Can you give us a kind of a hint on what's the tone you hope to set tomorrow?
I think I want to UMNO to focus on our challenges. I want to focus on some of the good values in UMNO that will make us a strong party.
Will you continue to touch on Tun Mahathir and your relationship with your ex-deputy prime minister and so on?
I don't know, but maybe not directly. Maybe not directly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, very
because I think most of the
secretive,
explanation I did yesterday in a closed door. It's a family affair. So I think it's appropriate I address it in a family affair rather than in a very public forum, because that's not the way UMNO works.
How about your new deputy? How do you think he's doing?
I think he's doing well. Zahid and I, of course, go back a long way.
Yeah, he described you as his dear brother.
Yeah, we go back a long, long way, and a lot of history behind us. So Zahid, he does a lot of things that, and like for example, I never asked him to attend the rehearsals relating to the ASEAN summit. But one evening when I was watching the show, he just turned up. I said, I'm here to just give you the moral support, he said. So, that's the kind of, relationship that's important, in between the two top leaders in the country. There must be, intuitively you must trust each other, and intuitively you must have the level of comfort with one another, because that is crucial for the country and for the party.
UMNO also has an unprecedented situation now, where we have a deputy prime minister and a deputy president. Some will say that two tigers cannot be accepted. How are you going to deal with this situation?
I think even, eventually UMNO will find a resolution to it. Because I said UMNO is a party that has got wisdom in the way we solve our problems. And we will, find a way to deal with it and to make UMNO strong.
Datuk, some people have said that you are taking from Mahathir's playbook, the way you have. I really like that phrase actually, because there's quite a bit of truth. Yeah. What do you make of that? Huh?
I was smiling when I saw that. I said, a year ago they said I was too soft. Now I said that I'm too autocratic. I said, they can't even make up their mind as to what I am. No, actually, I'm quite an open person. I definitely not, when I first came in as president of UMNO, I made UMNO more democratic, more inclusive. This provision that you need to have 63 divisions to nominate you, the quota system before you can challenge a president, I did away with that. Some people say you're silly to do it, because that is like a pink slip for you, like in terms of getting shares. It's guaranteed, for you to become president for as long as you wish to be president. So why did you do away with it? I said I believe intrinsically as a person, I believe that one should be voted in a very inclusive way. So that when you're voted in, it's really because people want you, as president of the party. So I believe in that. Essentially, that's what I am, you see. So whatever you see, those are short-term tactical things, if you like, to make sure that the most important thing is UMNO is stable and strong and united. That is my intention. It's not to to do something which is against my nature as a leader or my style of leadership. I believe in a very democratic, open, inclusive way. But there are times when we need to, to place a unity and the image of the party above all.
And Tun Musa said that you are, he's kind of stopped short of calling you a dictator. Is that a compliment or?
That's what I said. They cannot decide as to what I am. No, but it's important to manage. As I said, it's the image of the party and the unity of the party. That is above all more important. So all you see, some of the arrangements we make, those are just maybe some temporary adjustment that we need to make. But essentially, after this, UMNO will will go back to what UMNO has been used to.
I thought there are also some school of thoughts here where UMNO is from the day it was formed and from alliance to the Barisan Nasional is always advocate moderation and the concept of sharing of power. There are some concerns that perhaps that you have also sort of like I don't know what's the word to use, whether it's flirting with some right-wingers and also group PAS, which has caused some concern among the component parties of the Barisan Nasional.
I think it's important to know that I believe in the unity as a whole, you know, and unity has different, if you like, circles of unity. You have the national unity, you know, which involves the different races, the different faiths, different cultures in this country. And if you look at my record when I was education minister and as prime minister, you know, I've been quite, I would say, very moderate, you know, dealing with Chinese schools and all that, you know, and compared to, you know, so you know, people know my record. My record speaks for itself. But we also need to, if I need Malaysians to support my policies, you see. As you know, the last election, we lost a lot of Chinese support, you see. And I am a moderate Malay leader. If they don't support a moderate Malay leader, then you will see, you know, more right-wing Malays coming up to say, look, you know, you're wasting your time. These people are not responding you. They're not responding. Why do you know, open Chinese schools? Why don't you, you know, do this? Why do? I'll be in trouble. I say, you know, I mean, I'm not getting the kind of support. So I think whilst they ask me that, they have to ask themselves what kind of leadership they want in this country. And it's important upon them to respond. If they show support, then I think we will see things changing in the future.
Datuk, you know, I have a very important question to ask you.
Very important. Yeah, this is the
Maybe
this is
know
the
your
triple
weight.
must.
Maybe know your weight.
Actually, I've gone down. I'm a lot slimmer now than before.
Is it a national secret? Maybe.
No, I don't know. I've not measured, honestly, but I don't take rice. I take quinoa. And I exercise regularly.
You have lost weight, your press secretary has gained weight.
Yeah. You know, I had to adjust my suits. My waist, even my shoulders, 2.5 inches. You know, because but it was by design. Yeah, by design, more compact, more slim cut, by design. And a funny thing, Malaysians, if you lose weight, they think you're sick. They think you're not well. A lot of people say, hey, are you all right? And you put on weight, they say, you say hard. Completely opposite. Completely wrong thing to say, you know, wrong assessment of a person's state of health. In fact, I've never been leaner and never been fitter, you know, than many years before. So I'm
That's nice.
in